and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham, and this morning I'm joined by Shannon Green, who's Executive Chairman and CEO of Resource Base. Now, Shannon, quite an interesting story, Resource Base. We'll look at first. We'll look at your Mitre Hill project, and now this straddles the Victorian and South Australia border, and you're chasing REEs there. How's that chase progressing?
Yeah, look, good morning, Wally. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me. Yeah, look, we did a transaction late last year on the first five tenement package of the Mitre Hill project, which we believe the ground would be prospective for clay-hosted rare earths, based on drilling that had been done in the region, in particular AR3, who already had a sort of 40 million tonne JORC compliant resource out in the market. This ground sort of surrounded that and was what you would consider contiguous to that coming into Victoria. So we did that transaction very quickly out of the blocks in that transaction based on our geological model. We pegged another 12 tenements, and hopefully we'll see them start to grant in the next sort of 6 months. So we've taken a very big land position out there. So at the moment we've got about 2,600 square kilometres either under grant or under application that we believe is prospective for this clay-hosted mineralisation. Our geological model, sort of clearly we believe that the mineralisation out there is far more regional and far more wide-scale than had sort of been traditionally considered. And so that's why we've taken that position, and we got on the ground running and really pegged as much what we believe. And
the drilling's paid off pretty early. You recently released some encouraging drill results from out there.
Yeah, look, the first tenement was granted. So the first tenement we were able to get on with some initial drilling purely from roadside drilling. So we were quite constrained about where we could drill based on only being able to drill from existing roads until we had further approvals in place. And those first group of holes, we hit exactly what we were looking for.
Oh, that's good. And of course, when I said encouraging, encouraged you enough to get the extra tenements granted?
Oh, look, that's right. I mean, things were being done in parallel. Obviously, you've got to, if you sort of sit around and wait for every result, someone might, come in and catch on to what you're up to and get ahead of you. So we had to, really back our geological model and our geological thinking and get ahead of the game. So we didn't really have drill results, so to speak, when we started pegging more ground. So that's really proven to have been a risk reward that was worth taking. And so here we are now with proven drill results, and the drill rig is back on the ground now, starting to step out drill, still on that one tenement, and we've now put in all our applications and so forth to be able to drill on some of the other ground as well. So we'll be able to start to move out, start to really do some more broad drilling, and really start testing further extensive other tenements.
Yeah. So the results that you got back, did they sort of indicate any sort of specific elements of the rare earth variety there?
Well, the Murray Basin, you see quite a broad sweep. We were using quite an early model of XRF to begin with, which only shows you a couple of minerals. Obviously, we've had the full laboratory suite now. You're seeing a ratio of what we call the NdPr, and the NdPr is really the most critical of the elements. They're the highest value of the elements. They're the ones that feed into the magnets. You see about a 30% ratio out in the Murray Basin, and that's what we're seeing based on these initial early results, which is a very good result, and it's what we had anticipated.
All right, and for a first timer out there drilling, you've you've taken the initiative and got your own drill rig out there.
We have, yeah. We bit the bullet, so to speak, and looked at buying our own rig, and certainly we secured a great little rig at a fantastic price. And that's out drilling now. We've got our own crew up and running, everything going really, really well. And we're just building up, and, over the next couple of weeks, we'll be up to, we'll get ourselves up to our 100%, sort of drill target rate. And that'll significantly reduce our costs, by orders of magnitude of, better than 50%. What it also does, it gives us the ability to properly schedule, be where we want to be, when we want to be, work in with our landholders and stakeholders and so forth. There are periods of time where they can't have your drilling. There are periods where they can have your drilling. So we're able to then, really work in with all of that and, be the masters of our own destiny.
All right. So the Black Range project, I mean, it hasn't been forgotten. You have actually been out there and done a bit of work there as well.
We have. Look, we've done quite a bit of geophysics work out there. We've done some initial early shallow drilling. That drilling has really correlated well with the geophysics and shown that our targeting with the, we can target from geophysics. So that's, we've actually got some results pending fairly soon. Hopefully this week we'll be putting out an update on that project of some results and where to next and what we see. It is a potentially a very large scale VMS system, so we are excited, but it's deep and you've got to approach these things sensibly. We don't want to go out there guns blazing and just be drilling very deep, expensive diamond holes when we don't properly understand the geology. So we're really building a really good geological understanding of the project, and just stepping through shallow drilling will increase the depth of that drilling and ultimately move into diamond drilling at the right point in time.
All right, seems like you've taken some very positive steps since listing. You took on the Mitre Hill project that came along, and then you've got your own drill rig, which really gives you so much ability to do a lot of work, as you were saying before, instead of waiting for your turn at somebody else's rig. So and being able to do all that just means that as a new kid on the block, it really gives you the opportunity to put your hand up and say, okay, we're doing this, we're doing that, have a look at what we're achieving.
Look, exactly right. And it gives, myself as the chair and the CEO, the ability to, one, say exactly what we're going to do, and two, really have most of the tools at my disposal to be able to do what I say I'm going to do. And, we're only very young. We're nearly a year old from IPO, and we have certainly exceeded what we said we would do. We've done everything we said we would do, and we've exceeded that. And I, myself and my small team, we pride ourselves on that. We wear that as a badge of honor. And, to be able to give ourselves more certainty about being able to articulate when we can drill, where we're going to drill, and then be able to do that is really, really important. And it's important for our shareholders and our potential investors to be able to put more certainty on what we say we're going to do.
Oh, well, Shannon, there's nothing we like better here at the Roadhouse than a company that comes on the boards and we can follow them from day one and find out what they do and follow their success and whatever comes. So make sure you keep in touch with us. Make sure you keep us up to date with what's going on so we can bring all that news to our readers and viewers here at the Roadhouse. But until that starts flowing through, thanks once again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon.
Brilliant. Look, thanks for the time, Wally. Really appreciate it, mate, and certainly look forward to the next update.